And good morning, sports fans. It's the coach, Karl DeMasi, bringing you the Karl DeMasi Sports Report live from the center of the sports universe, Coach's Corner, where it's all local, all sports, all the time, food, fun since 1991. That's right. Got to thank John Henderson, the man, for letting me do this every week, every Saturday morning here live in Coach's Corner. It's nice and warm. It's not chilly. It's not New York, Long Island weather where I'm from. Yeah, this is what I lived with during December, January, February, March. So you got to love it. It even snowed in April. So I'm great to be here, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Got a great lineup, and once again, it's from Coach's Corner. You know, I'm part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. What's that, Coach? Well, there are 5 shows. Of course, every Wednesday night, we got Rubbin' and Grubbin'. That's right, the Atlanta man, Brandon Bain, and the producer, Lawrence Bennett, put on a great show about NASCAR every Wednesday night from 6 to 7 o'clock, all NASCAR. They talk about rubbing, the cars rubbing, and Brandon also grubs for food. Lawrence gets some too sometimes, okay? So that's every Wednesday night from 6 to 7 o'clock. Yours truly every Saturday from 9 to about 10:30, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Then we do have another show, but it only goes on once a year. It's the 19th hole with the Herb brothers. Short and Brent Herb do a great job talking about what other than the Masters from Augusta. 4 straight days, a lot of fun, a lot of golf. You got to check it out. Okay, and 2 podcasts right now, full swing. I think they're at episode 99, The Young Pups. Okay, Spencer Maddox, Travis Don, okay, pumping out the Hot Grits podcast, sponsored by Coach's Corner. And then, of course, we got yours truly, and, of course, my friend, the baseball fanatic, Kyle Lawson, doing the Who's on First Base baseball podcast, and we'll bring that back. We had a couple of glitches with COVID-19 and getting sick, but we'll bring that back. So that's 5 shows on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. All right, got a great lineup. Up first, that's right, the coach likes to have a batting lineup or has the lineup, okay, and plays 4 quarters. Okay, up first, local news, local sports. That's what I'm going to talk about right now. Quarter number 2, hey, we're going to catch up with Mr. 400, Calvary Day School. Head girls basketball coach for 32 years. Jackie Hamilton won his 400th game last week, and he's an alumni. He's an alumnus of Calvary Day School. 32 years, and the guy's never graduated from Calvary. Okay? No, I'm only joking. He left, came back, went to school at UGA. Must be a happy guy. They won a national championship. All right, quarter number 3, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. We're bringing her back. I had her way back on when she was in high school, but you know what? She was part of the Georgia National Championship 2 weeks ago when Georgia beat Alabama 33-18, and she's a cheerleader. That's right. But, you know, she's into broadcasting. She's going to try and be a journalist, sportscaster, and, you know, runs in the family. Winners win. They've won championships. That's, of course, Danny Britt's daughter, Southern Britt, coming on at about 9:30. And then at 9:45, we're going to go with the man, the guru, quarter number 4, Kyle Sandy from Sandy Spiel. Guy knows everything about Georgia high school basketball, boys and girls. And it's like he's got this all locked up in his brain, his cranial vault. It's going to be a great one. And then, of course, I'll close it out. Now, I usually go 3 steps out the door, but now I'm doing 3 videos out the door, okay? If you want to name that segment, let me know. Put a comment in the comment section. All right, I do take comments. You want to add something to the show, I'll read your comment right away. Lawrence Bennett, thanks, buddy, for always watching and help me out with whatever I need to correct. And hopefully my microphone's on. Then, of course, Dennis Kessler never misses. Gotta love you, brother. You know, you're listening every Saturday morning. So send a comment. You want to make a comment about Georgia football? You want to make a comment about you know, what's going on in high school sports? You want to tell me how much you love Coach's Corner? Send me a comment. Okay, we'd love to hear from you. And of course, that'll be 3 videos out the door. But I'm going to do 4. There's something special that we started here at Coach's Corner last Sunday at the BC viewing party. Our first ever Coach's Corner Coach of the Month. That's right, John Henderson, the coach himself, wants to honor the coaches. Coach's Corner. What else than have a coach on your show? So we'll be doing that in 4 out the door, okay? So stay tuned. I'll be back with that, okay? Local news, local sports. Don't forget, NFL Saturday, NFL Sunday, right here at Coach's Corner. There's a gazillion TVs here. Well, honestly, there's 60. So to me, that's a gazillion. So come on in, watch it. Like I said, food, sports, and fun all the time since 1991. You want wings? Best wings in town. Take it from the Italian guy who loves his food, okay? So come on in, and you know, it all starts at 4:30 today. All right, let's go with high school sports. Annual Blitz Blow. Blitz Bowl last week put on by WSAV. I had the man himself, the sports director, Andrew Goldstein, on. And once again, started out like Team Georgia, which is known as Team Coastal Empire, was going to blow out Team South Carolina, which is the low country. But it wound up being the low country, winning 14-13. They scored, I think, 2 touchdowns in a matter of 15 seconds to take the game and hold on to the game. The quarterback from Wade Hampton, let me get his name, Jermaine Reicher. Okay, he was the MVP. He scored on a 59-yard touchdown. This is in the third quarter. Okay, Team Georgia gets the ball back, throws an interception, and then Jermaine Reicher throws a halfback option pass, touchdown pass, to give Team Low Country, South Carolina, to win 14-13. Great game. 4th year, goes to a great charity. All proceeds go to the Ronald McDonald Charities. What more do you want? Ronald McDonald House is a big deal in Savannah, Georgia. You don't know anything about Ronald McDonald House. They put up the families that have kids in the hospital that are having major issues. You got to love it. So once again, WSAV, the 4th annual Blitz Bowl goes to Team South Carolina, Team Low Country. Series is tied 2-2 now. Series is tied 2-2. All right, high school basketball. All right. I'd like to get into the scores, but we will talk about it. But right now, Windsor Forest takes back their #1 ranking on SandySpiels.com in AAA. Groves dropped to number 10. They played 1 game in the last 5 weeks, it seems like. Girls basketball, Calvary stays at number 8, 13-2. We'll be talking to Jackie Hamilton. And then the Bryan County Lady Redskins. The Bryan County Lady Redskins have jumped from number 5 to number 2. They're 16-3. The boys, the Bryan County Redskin boys, are in first place in their division. Hey, the basketball's heating over there in Pembroke. You got to love it. All right, here's some scores now. Some teams didn't play last night, probably because of COVID-19. Some teams did play. So this is what I got. On the girls' side, it was a battle in Effingham, but I didn't get the girls' score. South Effingham went to Effingham. Country Day beat Savannah Christian girls 47-10. Savannah High was supposed to play Beach, don't have a score. Liberty County girls beat Johnson girls 33-31. And New Hampstead all over Jenkins 51-21. Those are the girls' games I got. Okay, in the boys' games, Effingham County all over South Effingham 86-58. Savannah Country Day beat Savannah Christian 48-35. Savannah at Beach, don't have a score. All right, Johnson 54, Liberty County 39, New Hampstead 60, Jenkins 54. There's a bunch of games today. Check out the prepsportsreport.com. We have a sports ticker going on top of the page. That's right, a sports ticker. I'll upload the scores when I get a chance. Another thing I got to do. But anyway, I love doing it. But it has a list of what games are supposed to take place today. Check it out. Once again, check out your school before you go. Like Windsor Forest was supposed to play Southeast Bullock yesterday, but that was canceled. So check it out. Those are the high school basketball scores. Wrestling, sectionals, team duels, team championships. Today, one team, Richmond Hill, down in Brunswick, is going for that 6A championship. They do a great job over there. Bill Evans and that crew does a great job. Another story on the prepsportsreport.com about that. Check it out. Also sponsored by the man himself, John Henderson, Optimal Orthopedics, you name it, schools, Savannah Christian, Calvary, Bernard Williams, Rocky's New York Deli, Thompson Sporting Goods. We got a whole bunch of sponsors. You want to sponsor and get more of these kids some news? Come see me. Come talk to me, okay? But once again, Richmond Hill, the only team in the Team State Dual Championships today for wrestling. All right, there's a big swim meet, last chance swim meet over at the Aquatic Center today for high school swimmers. They got to make a certain time to get to the state championship. College, SCAD's back from their break. Their swimming teams are ranked nationally in the NAIA. The women are 5, the men are 9. Now, they're also taking part in the first NAIA inaugural indoor track season, okay? They're in Columbia, South Carolina. It's called the Carolina Challenge, hosted by South Carolina. Okay, so there you go. Savannah State basketball, the Lady Tigers women's basketball team, 14-0, 8-0 in SEAC. Tough game today. They traveled to Benedict College, who's 11-3 and 6-2 in conference play. That's at 1 o'clock. The men will play right after that at 3 p.m. The men's basketball team for Savannah State's 5-7, 4-3. They haven't played since January 8th because everything's been canceled because of COVID-19. All right. Both teams go on the road Monday. Also, they'll play at Allen University. Savannah State women's basketball, they swept the SEAC awards this week. Bria Gibbs was named the SEAC Player of the Week, and Takesha Lampkin was named the newcomer of the week over at Savannah State. All right, don't forget pro football here. In the door, step number 3. All right, 4:30, Bengals take on Titans. I got to go with the Titans, even though I'm going to root for Joe Barrow, but I got the Titans are the better team right now, I think. San Francisco's going to Green Bay, where it's 15 degrees, right? Well, it's the high is supposed to be 15 degrees today. I got to go with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers in that one. I just don't think San Francisco's going to be able to do it. They love to run the ball, though. Cold weather, all right? Then tomorrow here at Coach's Corner, 3 o'clock, Los Angeles Rams. I always want to say St. Louis, but they are the Los Angeles Rams. Takes on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady. Oh, how I'd love the Rams to beat Tom Brady down there in Tampa Bay, but I don't know if it's going to happen. And then the nightcap at 6:40, the Bills take on Kansas City in Kansas City. 2 great quarterbacks, Allen and Mahomes. What's going to happen? I don't know. It's going to be a little cold in Kansas City tomorrow night, too. Pro basketball, Hawks on a 3-game win streak. They held on last night to beat the number 1 team, Miami Heat. They had an 18-point lead. They almost blew it because I was watching it while I was getting ready for to do this show. All right, they're 20-25. They're 4th in the Southeast Conference, 12th in the division. Sorry, they're 4th in division, 12th in the conference. The top 10 teams make the playoffs. Got a long way to go yet. They'll be in Charlotte tomorrow night to take on the Hornets. All right, PGA Golf. Brian Harmon's on tour last week at the Sony Open. He finished 48th, tied at 8 under. You shoot an 8 under, you're tied at 48th. Okay, I got to get this rolling. Got one more second to go here. One more minute. This week, he's at the American Express Open in La Quinta, California. He made the cut, tied for 47th. Again, 8 under. He tees off 9:50 this morning Pacific time. Savannah Sports Council and Mark, Savannah Hockey Classic goes to the Gators from Florida. Only team to win both games. The Gators take home the Thrashers Cup. Thrashers Cup is named after the former NHL team, the Atlanta Thrashers. But we're going to have an East Coast Hockey League here team in October. We're going to have the Savannah Ghost Pirates. Can't wait to see that. Once again, Savannah Bananas will start their road tour March 11th and 12th. They'll be coming in to get ready for that. 6 different places. Savannah Clovers made an announcement last week. I do apologize to Savannah Clovers and Mr. Sykes. Savannah Clovers will be a professional soccer team starting in 2023. Okay? The Clovers have been around since 2016. They're going to be part of the National Independent Soccer Association. According to the club, it will be the first professional soccer team in the history of Savannah, Georgia. That's all the news and notes. We'll be back in 3 minutes with the man himself, Mr. 400, Jackie Hamilton, talking about his career at Calvary Day School, coaching girls basketball. You got to love the guy. He's also won 2 championships in other sports that a lot of people don't know. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report live here from the Center of Sports Unit, Coach's Corner, all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Be back in 3 minutes.
All time, that's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food.
I said, call John.
Yeah. He wants to do a meet where you got to come back closing. Whatever you want to do.
All time, that's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more, From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop to new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Kabish. If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are
Wellington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report live from Coach's Corner every Saturday morning. Remember, Coach's Corner is the center of sports universe. It's all sports, all the time, food, sports, and fun since 1991. And once again, we got a great show coming on. I'm waiting for my man Jackie Hamilton to join in. But if you follow local high school basketball, Jackie Hamilton is a graduate of Calvary Day School. Then he continued. He went on to UGA to get his degree. And where did he wind up? Back at Calvary. He's been on the sidelines for 32 years. He's done a great job. So we got to get him on. So while we're waiting for him to get on, don't forget, in February, it's Superfest. February 11th, 12th, and the day of the Super Bowl. John Henderson and the crew will have the Soundgarden wide open. We'll have Thomas Claxton. Let me get my notes here. We'll have, on Friday night, the 11th, we'll have Thomas Claxton and the Myth, and a special group coming in to help him out, Dropkick Turbo. All right. Then Saturday, we go to Back in Black, AC/DC tribute band. What are the band you want before the Super Bowl? And then on Sunday, we got Jason Ross and Friends. It's a tribute band playing in honor of one of the local guys, local musicians that passed away. That'll go from 2 o'clock to pregame on Super Bowl Sunday. So there's going to be a lot going on. Also, I just found out Michael Carter races Thursday and Friday for the next start for the next season. Will be the start of the Mazda MX-5 Cup in Daytona. The kid's going to be in Daytona. You don't know anything about Mikey Carter? BC graduate. He's still in school, taking business courses at Georgia Tech, and he races on the Mazda MX-5 Miata series. He finished first place 2 years ago. He finished second last year. The kid's been doing a great job. And if you notice the hood on his car, the hood is going from, of course, Coach's Corner. That exact emblem behind me is on the hood of Mikey Carter's car when he races in the Miata Cup series. All right, so we're still waiting for Jackie to come on. All right, as we wait for Jackie to come on, let me go to my throwback here. I want to go to region standings, all right, because we're 10 weeks in. Let me pull it up. All right, let me get my other computer in front here so I can look at you and look at the computer at the same time. We're going to talk about region standings, boys and girls. We're 10 weeks in. Remember, a lot of games been postponed because of certain, difficulties in whether teams with COVID-19 tracing or quarantine issues or people with COVID-19, coaches and players. All right, so let's go right here. The boys' side in Region 6A. All right, going to pop on here. Region 6A, Statesboro is in first in region at 6-2, followed by Effingham at 6-2, Brunswick 4-3, Glennon Academy 4-4, Bradwell 4-4, Richmond Hill 3-4, and South Effingham 0-8. So that's in Region 2, 6A. That's the big boys. All right, so let's go now to 4A. All right, my computer's working slow on the other side. It was too much to write down, so I tried to. All right, let me go. Okay. All right, well, my other computer's frozen, but the man is hooked up. Mr. 400. That's right. We had Mr. 500 a couple of years with Tim Jordan. All right. Let me read you a little something about Jackie that I wrote for the PrepSportsReport.com. All right. Jackie Hamilton has been the head coach at Calvary Day School for 32 years. He had a big night the other night in a win over Aquinas, 43-28. Hamilton has now coached the Calvary Day School basketball team for 32 years, has now won 400 games in that time. He has won all 400 games at the varsity level, varsity high school basketball. And did you know that this man also coached softball and golf to state championships? Softball was 1994 and golf was 1994. And then, of course, girls basketball in 2008. Joining me on the hot seat, no other than himself, good friend of mine. You got to love the guy. He does a great job. On the hot seat, no other than Mr. 400, Jackie Hamilton. What's up, Coach?
Thank you, Carl. How you doing today?
Hey, it's a Saturday morning. I'm talking sports. I don't have to worry about school and COVID-19, even though you know it, I know it. I've been bumped out of so many games now because of COVID-19. It's just a lot of fun being here on Saturday morning. Once again, Jackie, congratulations. You've been at the same school for a long time. You went to school there, came back, and it's all on the varsity level. I mean, you do a great job over there. You know, Calvary Lady Cavaliers basketball is all about you.
Well, I appreciate it. I've enjoyed it. This is actually my 16th year coaching girls. I coached the boys for a few years, like 6 or 7 years. And I took some time off in between. I coached, I think, 7 years softball. I don't know how many years I coached golf, probably 5 or 6. But, I even coached tennis 1 year and coached football a couple of years. So I've been there a while. And, if you stay there long enough, you're going to win a few games. So there you go.
Only 400. You're only going to win 400 games. But anyway, yeah, I've done that trick. But I went the other way. I started out with girls for 17 years. And now, believe it or not, I've been with boys for 18 years. I can't believe I've coached boys basketball for 18 years. I started out with the girls because the girls was a lot of fun. It's fundamentals. They don't play above the rim. They'll run through the wall for you. But, with the boys, they always got something to say to you, right?
Right. Well, and for the most part, girls are a little more instruction-based as far as you tell them what to do, and they'll do it a little better than guys for the most part. But it's been fun. I've had really good players over the years, so that's been a big part of our success. You got good players, you're going to do all right. But I really had good help too. I mean, Ronald Kennedy helped me for, I think, about 10, 12 years. Natalie Lee helped me for about that many years, and now I got Daniel Jackson helping. So that's quality help, and you got good players, so that usually makes for a pretty good team.
Yeah, I know. You've had a lot of great help. All right. I had Kevin Informant on here. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. Back at BC, back as an alma mater. Did you ever imagine that you would be back at the school that you went to high school doing all this stuff?
Well, Kevin or Danny really are the real Mr. 400. That's who that is. But I don't know. I mean, growing up, my mom, when I was a senior, or really when I was going to high school, my mom worked at Calvary. So to go off, I went to Armstrong a couple of years, and then graduated from Georgia. And my mom was working back at. I worked at Hess actually 3 years. And that's when I helped the Jenkins football actually too. But my mom was there. It was, it was home. So it was pretty cool to go back there. And then, my wife, actually, I met her at a summer camp. So at Calvary. So, between that and then we had kids going there and all that kind of stuff. So it's always been home, and it's really hadn't gone too far from that.
Well, I got that experience my first 9 years of teaching. I went back to my high school, but I made the move to move down here for, my family and get away from that rat race with people living on top of each other. It was tough leaving because, like you said, you're comfortable there. I mean, my school where I went was a junior senior high school. So I entered there in 7th grade, and I left went to school, took a couple of years off work, came back again. I never thought I would be the head football coach, the head girls basketball coach, and the head baseball coach at a school I went to. But, I made the move to come down here, and, it's home. It's that feeling. And, like you said, your former players coming back to help you to coach. You got great help, and it's something you're familiar with. So, but, people don't know this. Calvary Day School started a Hall of Fame. I think you're the only son and mother in a Hall of Fame at Calvary Day School, right?
Yeah. Right now, that's it. I mean, my mom, she not only with the school, but with the church there too. She's always been a big part of that. And it's pretty cool. She's just always helped others, and she deserved to be in it a whole lot more than I do. That's for sure.
All right. Well, I got comments going on. Natalie Paris Lee, your former player. Jackie's the best. And Dennis Kessler says, good morning and congratulations on your 400 wins. So, I got a lot of people following this, and they really enjoy what we're doing. Over the years, like you said, you've coached many different sports and you've been involved in there. What's been the most satisfying accomplishment that you've had at Calvary besides the 400 wins?
Well, it's always fun to win, but seeing the the different players' success in different areas, you make lifelong friends. We have people like Rachel Aguirre that we still stay in contact. She graduated however long ago.
Yeah,
those kind of people that you still have the friendships with. Seeing people like really enjoy playing the game. I can think of like Alex Widener. She was a girl that graduated probably, about 5 years ago. And she started out, she didn't really like basketball that much. I think she was playing because her grandmother wanted her to. And she ended up, going from somebody that was just was out there to somebody who really enjoyed it. And she still plays now, and she comes back to all the games, just making friendships and just seeing things like that. The relationships you establish over the years is pretty cool.
And if you're just tuning in, it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report live from Coach's Corner every Saturday morning, talking local sports. And I'm talking with Jackie Hamilton, alumni of Calvary Day School, now has been head coach there for 32 years, and he just notched his 400th basketball win, which I just found out, boys and girls. So that's pretty impressive. So it's just been an unbelievable ride for you. As far as the players go, okay. How has it changed since the day you started? Because I know I've been doing this 35 years. What do you think, or how do you feel? How has it changed as a coach with going through that long of a period?
I don't know. I guess really the girls nowadays, and guys too, there's so many other distractions besides just playing basketball. There's so many other opportunities to do different things. So getting somebody who's really focused on basketball is a little bit more difficult, I guess, or a little tougher for someone to do. You still have people that really enjoy it and love it, but at the same time, you find out that most people that they have other things they like to do besides basketball, which is they did in the past, but there's just so many other different things to do besides going out there and practicing basketball all the time.
Yeah, there's so many distractions, like you say, and it's just simply crazy. I know I tell the kids in my health class, because you're a health PE teacher too. I tell my kids, when I started this, I had to worry about paper notes.
Right. Yeah. Now we got to figure out how to type in your lesson plan and put it in the right whatever box and all that kind of deal. So it's a different world out there for sure.
This year's edition of the Lady Cavaliers basketball, you got two 1,000-point scorers. You got a senior and Michaela Primo that's off the chart. You got a junior and Hannah Kale, who you're going to have back again. Talk about your ladies this year.
We've really had a pretty good year so far as we played together. We started out just beating people pretty good as far as we beat, I think, Johnson and Beach. Probably the worst. I'm sure the worst that we've ever beat them. They might be down a little bit, but still, we've got a lot of good quickness, and we've took advantage of that as far as pressing and doing stuff like that. I think people start out the year, they got to catch up on how they beat the press and all that, but still, we're like 13-2, and the two losses that we had. Elbert County was a really good team. I think they're number 1 in AA. And then Hilton Head Christian, we lost to them in overtime, but we did beat them the other day, so that was good. So we're doing well. We got, like I said, Hannah and Primo average about 20 points each. Got Morgan Sukamnitz doing a great job. She's much improved. And Destiny Goodines, a freshman, is averaging about 10 or 11 points a game. And then you got Megan Halford, the senior, has been helping us doing defensively and just what she does as far as, and Tajiri Wilson. So really those 6 have been our main contributors, but it's been a good year so far. And, you don't want to just plateau now. Now's the time you want to get better with the region tournament coming up. We actually play Country Day tonight, who's 14-2, and they're all about 6'5", it seems like, but they're still 6'4", I guess, and 6'3". But anyway, it's been a good year.
I know. If you look on the basketball court, it's going to be like David taking on Goliath with the trees they got over there at Country Day in girls basketball. And, talk about a coach that shares the girls. How has that flag football thing affected you in basketball? How has it helped you guys in basketball? Because the flag football team is all your basketball players.
Yeah, I think 9 of our 11 players are flag football players. So, it's kind of tough. Last year it was more like, it was just a tryout. It wasn't a big deal because starting out, I think we were one of the only teams in the city to have it and that kind of deal. So we got a little more practice last year. This year it was more like you're state champions, so now you got to practice more. And Nick Grassie's a maniac out there trying to make sure they get their time in. But Nick does great, though. So it is hard as far as making it work, but we did the best we could with it, and it seems to be working out all right.
And Nick Rossi is one of your former students, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's a trip, man. He's he's a roof guy, so I don't know if he fell off a couple of times or not, but he's a good guy. Nick's a fun guy to be around.
Well, Jackie, great career, and I know you're probably going to go for another 8 or 9 like I got to go. Keep up the great work, and I'm proud to say that I'll play against Calvary anytime with people like you coaching on that other side of the sideline. You do a great job. You're humble. You love what you do. You love Calvary. Keep it up, and I appreciate you for coming on, and good luck tonight against the Trees.
Well, I appreciate it, Carl. You have a good day, and thanks a lot. Tell Southern Britt I wish she would have played her and Hannah Carver. That was probably a good big coaching mistake that never got them to play. So,
yeah.
Anyway,
she's in the back room. She's listening right now, so I'll get her feelings as soon as she comes on. But
yeah, she played in 8th grade and then went on to volleyball and cheerleading greatness. So there you go.
All right, Jackie, have a good one. Good luck tonight, and I'll be talking to you.
All right, thank you, Carl.
I mean, great guy, funny guy. He always keeps you going. He loves what he does. He loves his school. He loves his kids. He loves coaching and teaching. I mean, just a great guy. I mean, and I get to call him friend. And we're not friends that hang out or talk, but we're friends when it comes to high schools and sports and talking about basketball and life in general. He does a great job. Every time I see him at Calvary, it's always fun. 5-10 minutes talking to Jackie Hamilton. He deserves it. Congratulations, Coach. Well, next up, we're going to go to the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. Yes, this young lady was a former Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week many years ago. And she went on to UGA. She's a cheerleader. She was part of that big national championship. And I wanted to get a different perspective because we know Nolan Smith and all the guys from the SAV, the 912 area. Plus, they got a lot of time that they got to commit to the football season and what's going on now in the offseason. But I thought this would be a lot of fun, bringing back Southern Britt, former Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic athlete, coming back on to talk about her career from Calvary to UGA. Southern Britt's up next. Stay tuned. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. It's all part of the universe. I guess they call it the sports universe. All right, let me get out of here. 3 minutes, Southern. We'll be right back.
All time, that's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. So come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Kabish. If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are
Wellington
New York.
Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive, and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network and live from the center of sports universe, Coach's Corner. That's what I meant to say at the end of this last segment. But you know what? It's a lot of fun. I'm a novice. I bumble and stumble. But, you know, it's all about talking about local sports. And this is the best part of the show for me. I like talking to the local kids, whether they're in the youth leagues, whether they're in middle school, high school, at college, they go to the professional ranks. It's fun talking to our local Savannah kids. And this young lady has done a great job. You know, we all know about UGA winning the national championship. We all know about the football players. There are 14 football players. I don't know how many people knew there were 2 females cheering on the cheerleading squad, or they call it the Spirit Squad now at UGA, as I learned from her dad, Danny Britt. You know, she's done a great job. She's had a great career, lost her senior year, but came back for her 5th year so she could do this, and man, it paid off. Joining me now on the Coach's Corner hot seat, no other than former Cavalier, now UGA graduate student and UGA cheerleader, national championship cheerleader, Southern Britt. Southern, always a pleasure having you on.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfect. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Yes, sir, I can.
We can do that commercial. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So, but anyway, once again, congratulations. And, you know, I feel that you're a big part of the national championship season up there at UGA. Cheerleaders, you know, and, your mom breathes and lives and everything's about cheerleader. Cheerleaders, you know, in my mind, being a former head football coach, are the number 1 fans for any football program. And they work hard. They got to be athletic, but people don't give them that I guess, credit that is due. But, I mean, you could tell us more about that. But once again, congratulations on a great career being a cheerleader at UGA.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it was an awesome experience. Still cheering there now for gymnastics and basketball. So we got to finish out the season. But I appreciate your compliments and for having me on the show.
All right, hold it now. You cheerlead at gymnastic competitions? How does that work?
Yes, gymnastics meets. For those, it's less skills. It's more just us being there as ambassadors of the school and getting to be a part and get the students get as excited as the meets call for. So yeah, that's about it. But it's really fun.
All right, so we know now that the cheerleaders have to go to gymnastic meets to be ambassadors. Okay, but tell everybody what actually goes into being a cheerleader at a big time school. I mean, everybody thinks that you just go to the games and that's it. There's a lot more to it than that, isn't there?
Oh, for sure. Usually to be able to cheer at that level, most girls have to train competitively, whether that's a school program or through an all-star program. But I was blessed to cheer at Cheer Savannah, as you know, in Savannah, Georgia, and that definitely allowed me to have the training and the ability to go on to cheer at UGA. But there's a lot of practice involved. We practice 2 to 3 times a week if we're doing good, and then we work out 3 times a week. There's a lot of high standards for at least UGA cheerleading. We have to have a certain GPA. Typically, we've had the highest GPA every single year. So there's a big high standard, but I think that's what makes UGA cheerleading the program that it is.
Now you talked about, you got to go practice 2 or 3 weeks, but, I know some of the terminology. You got flyers, you got base people. I don't know if they call them wings or whatever they call it, but you guys also have to be in great shape. Did they put you through workouts?
Yes, sir. So we have workouts. We lift, we do agility. And not only do we have workouts in the morning where we do weights, and we have a whole weight program. We max out all the things that we would see typical sports programs do. But when we go to practice too, they run us until we're sick. Or we'll have practices where it's really tumbling heavy or stunt heavy. So it's typical of any other collegiate program where we specialize in certain skills some days and others not. But all of that aside, yes, we have to be very healthy. And that's a large part of the tryout process as well, as making sure that our bodies are well equipped to last and stand those 120 heat index games on Saturdays in Athens. So yes, we're very much in shape.
Yeah, but you love being between the hedges, though.
Absolutely, I love being in between the hedges. I would not trade it for the world.
All right, so okay. So now everybody knows that college do have scholarships for cheerleaders. Now, for some reason, Georgia just went to a sideline group instead of a competition group. Explain that to me. I know sideline would be just going to a game, but you guys are doing the same thing. But, tell people the difference between a sideline cheerleader and a competition cheerleader.
Yes. So I grew up my whole life being a competition cheerleader, competitive cheerleader is what I would call it. And I did that my whole life. And sideline is what you would see on the sideline of a high school football game, sideline cheerleaders. But going into college, it's a little bit different, at least at UGA. We are active 24/7. On the sideline, we will do the same skills that you would see a competitive cheerleader do in her routine. However, it's on the grass in the heat with the sun, outside on the sideline, and we're not being scored, right? This is for show. It's more of an entertainment thing. Whereas competition cheerleading, you would go to a competition or tournament, like a volleyball tournament, right? Or, and you would go and you would show your routine and you would get scored. And the scores are, I guess you would say, put against other teams, right? And then you try to get first, second, third. But as a sideline cheerleader, we still maintain our skills that we had competitively, but we just showcase them on the sideline.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a tough routine, and I guess you're still tumbling and doing all the stunts too. Then, right? That's what you just said.
Yes, sir. We still tumble and we still stunt, but a large part of what we do is cheers and dancing. That is who we are, and the comp team was taken away a couple years back, but I wouldn't have it any other way because we still get to maintain our skills. It is already a lot of work as it is just to be a sideline cheerleader at UGA, and do what we do and maintain the academics that we have to have, and also be an ambassador for the school. So we do appearance before COVID. We did appearances at elderly homes, or we would go see children in hospitals. So those were wonderful opportunities. But all of that together, it would be a lot to be a part of the competition squad as well. So I give my hats off to every female, male athlete who does that at other schools.
Yeah, I can understand. If you're just tuning in on the internets, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report on the Coach's Corner Sports Network Facebook, Karl DeMasi Sports Report, Coach's Corner Facebook page, Prep Sports page, YouTube channel. We're all there getting the word out about local sports. And we're talking to this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. Not a first time, but a second time, Southern Britt. All right, so you're an athlete. You've been an athlete your whole life, like you said, Savannah, cheer, volleyball at Calvary, and cheerleading. So as far as time management goes, I mean, like you said, you're going to special events. You got to go. Well, people don't remember. You're a student first. You got to go classes. What tips would you give an athlete, whatever athlete, the sport they're playing, about managing their time to do what you do?
That's a great question. As Coach Hamilton mentioned prior, I used to play basketball too. So, I mean, I grew up, my parents had me going from school to basketball practice, to volleyball practice, to cheerleading practice. I would be gone from the house from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and then have to do my homework in the car, sleep 6-7 hours a night, but I would definitely have to manage my time in middle school and high school. So that definitely prepared me well for what was to come in college. My tip would be to give yourself grace, take it one step at a time. I remember calling my dad my first year at college, overwhelmed by all that I had to do. And he said, Southern, what is the first thing that you can do? First step, first thing on your plate that you can knock off. And I still use that tip today. What is the very first thing that I need to do? And then I take it step by step. But I also recommend sleep, because it's never good to not have sleep. LeBron talks about sleep all the time. You do not perform your best if you do not have sleep. So I would prioritize sleep as much as you prioritize getting your work finished.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And a lot of high school students and college students don't know about that word, sleep. It's a big part of your life. You need it. All right. Yes. So congratulations to your mom. Cheer Savannah went off the charts. They won 4 titles, I think, at the Worlds. You've been part of that competitive scene. But compare the difference of being part of that competitive scene to what happened 2 weeks ago on that Monday night when UGA finally in 41 years won a championship.
Right. It is hard to compare because both of those aspects of my life were huge aspects of my life. When I cheered competitively, that is a big world that not a lot of people are knowledgeable about. But I would say it's a lot of young women and men's lives, and it's their dreams and goals to go to Worlds. I mean, to win Worlds would be great, to globe at Worlds is great, but even just to go to Worlds is a huge honor. So when I was able to go to Worlds since my 8th grade year all the way through my senior year, that was a huge honor and opportunity for me to have that I trained every single day for. And being able to be a part of that team and program and experience just the camaraderie and opportunities there, it was truly a dream. And I would say the same actually for UGA. Of course, it's on a different scale because people across the country and world are UGA fans. But I would say it's a similar sentiment in the sense that it's just about family and camaraderie. And I think that's what made the national championship so special. And it's what makes life special, right? It's what makes sports special is the fan base that you have behind you. I think the coolest thing about the national championship was looking out in the stadium that was 70-30 Georgia, right? And you just saw people hugging. You saw people crying. People were pumped that we were getting our first natty in 41 years. But I could bring that back to competition and say that was probably the coolest part about my competitive career was looking out and seeing the parents and the families and friends crying because we just hit 0, which means had a perfect routine. So it's similar and different, obviously. But when it comes back down to it, it's family, it's connection, as Coach Kirby Smart says. So it was a surreal experience for both Worlds and for the national championship. I hope that answers your question.
No, it definitely, I understand fully what you're saying. I definitely understand.
Mm-hmm.
It's two different aspects. But I just was thinking the atmosphere, and I know the blood, sweat, and tears that go into Cheer Savannah or girls that are in that competitive cheerleading world. And then, of course, being a cheerleader for a team that hasn't done something in 41 years, that the fan base, the parents, the players, the former players, I mean, I just want to know how that went. Now, all right, a couple more questions. I'll let you go. COVID-19. You weren't going to have a senior year. You decided to come back, grad school. How special is that you got to do that?
Right. It's so special that I was able to have that opportunity. I have to, if I'm on this platform, I have to thank my parents, because there's no other way that I would be here if it weren't for their support and allowing me this opportunity. But I remember when it came out that COVID-19, we weren't even sure about school. My family was on vacation, and I got an ESPN notification or something, and it was just saying that the cheerleaders, like, we wouldn't be a part. And I was distraught. I went on a run. That was like my way of doing. I was like, I need to go by myself on a run. But through it all, I put it in perspective how much I loved cheerleading. And I was grateful for the opportunities that I had. But I missed it. I didn't have the peace like my friends did about leaving and saying, okay, well, that's done with my career. I just felt this need and pull to come back to UGA. Now, do I think I came back just to be a part of the team winning the national championship? No, but I do think that was definitely a cherry on top, right? I've been able to learn a lot of school, meet new friends, be able to be a part of a brand new cheerleading squad, because if you don't know, during COVID, we didn't have tryouts again. So over half our team is brand new. So I got to meet a bunch of brand new faces and be able to help a lot of freshmen out that I was able to impart some things that I wish I would have known as a freshman cheerleader. So it was a grand journey, to say the least, but being able to experience that win that Monday night made everything, put it into perspective and made it worth it.
Nice. All right, and you just said it, mom and dad getting you through that year. So you got family, you got dad, Danny Britt, you got mom, Stephanie Britt, you got Sailor Britt, which, we know down there in Tulane. You got DeMarcus Dobbs, that big brother that you guys took in way back when. Tell us about how much this has meant to your family to watch you do what you do.
Well, I remember being a little girl watching my brother do what he does. I remember coming back to my sister's senior world championship and crying, watching her do what she does, watching my mom's competitive teams win their competition, watching my dad win the state championship this past year. I was so touched. So I know that they're so touched that they got to watch me live out my dream. And I wouldn't be here if it weren't for their support, as well as the support of so many of my mentors and my friends back home in Savannah, but also in Athens, Georgia, and honestly around the country. So I'm really, really blessed with some amazing people, and I would not be here today if it weren't for them.
All right, 2 questions left. There are 2 statements I got to make, okay?
Okay.
Calvary Day School, state championship in volleyball in 2014, right?
Yes.
State championship in volleyball in 2016, right?
Yes. Why am I have to think about this. I'm like, okay. Oh my gosh.
All right. National championship 2021 or 22. Okay. Georgia.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. How about dad winning the state championship in 2014, 2016, and 2022? I mean, you guys got a connection here, you and your dad. You know that.
Oh, obviously. He's my best friend. Come on now. Come on.
All right. And of course, you're going to be a journalist. That's my last question. What you're going to do with your life after this? But I got to make a statement. Doing the research, I never put it together. Your father, state championship, 14, 16, and 22. Southern Britt, state championship volleyball, 14, 16, and a football championship in 2022. I mean, it runs in the family. I know it's a coincidence. The stars are aligned, but you guys have something special together. So last question. A lot of people don't know that you're in the journalism field, probably went to school, the Grady School of Journalism, okay? Mm-hmm. And that's what you want to do. You did a little internship this summer with ESPN Coastal in Savannah. So tell us what the future is for Southern Britt.
You know what, Coach DeMasi, that is a great question. Mom
and Dad want to know this. Mom and Dad want to know this.
Right. I will circle back to you after the spring semester. I'm currently in the job application process, so I will let you know. But I love sports. I will always be a part of me. That's why I wanted to go into sports journalism in the first place. We'll see if that's the career that the Lord has for me. But I definitely know that sports will always be a part of my life. It taught me so many lessons and so much discipline, and it brought me so many close family and friends. So sports will always be a part of my life, and that's why I'll always be tuning into your show, Coach DeMasi.
Yeah, I know. It's a family thing. Mom, Dad, Sailor, DeMarcus, you guys are a sports-oriented family. Well, congratulations, and you are a national champion with the football team, and I'll say it till whenever it goes, but you've been a big part of that, and that's why you're this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. Thank you for making the time. Once again, always love it, and I want to see you on the real ESPN on TV. I want to see you there.
Let's go. Let's say it right now. One day.
All right, congratulations. Thanks.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks for coming on. I mean, a great girl, knows what she wants to do. She was focused in high school. And I'm not just saying that because her mom and dad and sister and brother are always focused, but she knows what she wants to do. And hopefully someday we'll see her on that big stage on ESPN someday as the sports anchor on the sports desk for ESPN. She's a great girl. Southern Britt. This week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. I know you've all been waiting for this next guy also. He's the guru of high school basketball here in the state of Georgia. He's been doing it for 6 years. He was doing it for a lot longer when I did my research last night. But 6 years, we all know about SandySpiels.com website, high school basketball, boys and girls. I don't know how he remembers all these names. I mean, I'm a teacher over 35 years, coach 40 years. I can't remember all the names, but he does a great job. Up next, we'll be talking high school basketball with the guru of Georgia high school state basketball, Sandy Spiel, or officially known as Kyle Sandy, in 3 minutes. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. I'll be back in 3 minutes, Sandy.
All time, that's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Kabish. If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are
Wellington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, a nub body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, heard every Saturday morning live on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. That's right, we're on Facebook, Karl DeMasi Sports Report, Coach's Corner Facebook page, Prep Sports Report Facebook page, YouTube channel, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, Twitter, KD Sports Report. We're all over the place. Oh, and the Prep Sports Report Twitter handle too. I think it's Prep SAV. I don't know. I'm an old guy. I'm learning from people like this young guy. He started this 6 years ago. First dedicated website to high school basketball in the state of Georgia. He's done a great job. He's worked for Score Atlanta. He's worked for, I think, Hoop Scene. I mean, he's got the knowledge. He's got the experience. He knows how to, get the information out there about high school hoops. He also was at a game that I was very interested in, Windsor Forest against Grayson. So 2 top Division I players. Joining me now on the Coach's Corner hot seat. He's got to make it down here to Savannah because I got to get him in here and have some Coach's Corner wings, but no other than Kyle Sandy of sandyspiels.com. Good morning, Kyle. How's it going?
Coach, thanks for having me, my friend. How are you doing down there?
Hey, like I tell all my guests, it's Saturday morning. I'm talking sports, high school sports, college sports, getting kids on like Southern Britt, just bringing them back to talk about their experience. It's always a lot of fun. I don't have to tell you because you know it, I know it. We don't look at this as a job. We look at this as we're having fun. And if you're having fun at the job, it's not a job, right?
Right, exactly right, 100%.
So, okay, they're turning on the TV, the 60 TVs here at Coach's Corner, which anytime you come down here, you got a meal on me, buddy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I need to get down there. Trust me. I know. It's been too long.
So as we talked at the beginning of the season, we had to deal with COVID-19 last year. It's still affecting some of the games. But this season so far, how's it going with you?
Good. I've been making the rounds here and there. You know, this past week I kind of kept it cool, kept it low profile. Got to make sure I'm healthy. You know, you want to peak at the right time. I want to be running my best about basketball in February and in March. I don't want to peak too soon in January and December. But it's been good. I've been able to see a lot of good basketball all across the state. I know I have a couple more road trips I do need to make before the regular season is over. But it's been good, and it's been good to return a little bit closer to normalcy as far as COVID. I know it got a little hairy after Thanksgiving and Christmas and holiday time when everyone's bunched together and gets really cold. But I think hopefully that's kind of in the background now in the rear view mirror, and I'm ready for region play and region tournaments and then state tournament. And then, you know, I got to go hide under a rock once the state championship's over because no one wants to hear from me anymore. But I'm looking forward.
No, you see, you're totally wrong here, Kyle. People love hearing from you in the off season also because you have the little tidbits or the little bits of knowledge about where these kids are going, what they're doing, who's doing this, who's doing that. I mean, so you're wrong there, buddy. We look forward to what you have to say throughout the whole year.
Oh, I appreciate that, Coach. Thank you so much.
All right, so big game, okay? We got Deontay Bass. We got Chauncey Wiggins. Chauncey Wiggins going to Clemson, right?
Correct, yes, sir.
Okay, Deontay Bass going to Georgetown to play with one of my idols, Patrick Ewing, okay? So this was touted as one of the best games, and it turned out to be one of the best games. Windsor Forest coming up short, but they made it back to your number one spot this week. So what was the atmosphere like in that game when you have 2 big-time D1 players in the same state playing each other in a high school game up there at Grayson?
It was fun. Savannah represented very well, I will say. Now, they got off to a slow start. Bass got 2 fouls 2 minutes into the game. So at the 6-minute mark of the first quarter, he sits the rest of the first quarter. I'm like, oh, boy, you know, that's a long drive to come up to Grayson and then not have your star player. Could get ugly. Got into double digits, but once he got back into the game, you could tell how good of a player he is. He can really dictate the tempo, and he's a momentum player. I know you've seen it firsthand. When he gets a dunk, he hits a 3 off the dribble, or he blocks a shot into the third row, that gets everybody into it. And once Windsor Forest started getting that momentum, you could tell the fans that were sitting courtside, they were very loud, they were very vocal, and they were supporting that team. So, you know, Windsor Forest, they're a good team, and in that classification, Class 3A, I mean, it's open. It's been them and Sandy Creek going back and forth for that number 1 spot, but Windsor Forest, they have a lot of veterans, a lot of seniors. Obviously, they have that star power. Javante Landy's a good guard as well. Dante Dorman moved in. He helps out. Bassey Scott. So they got a lot of guys there, and they're pretty athletic. They have some decent length, and they're battle tested. That's the main thing. They're playing a lot of good teams, not only in the region but outside of the region, and that bodes very well come state tournament time. So this Windsor Forest team, they came up short against Grayson, but the simple fact that they did not roll over and lose by 15, 20 points when they could have when their star player didn't play a whole lot, they continue to claw away. And, I mean, Bass finished with 19 points and 12 rebounds, and that's in limited minutes. So Windsor Forest, the Knights are going to be a tough outcome state tournament time.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch them. And, of course, the guy that runs that show, Aaron Clark, he's a player's coach, low keel, knows how to get those kids motivated, knows how to get them to do the right things on and off the court, which is really special. So it's definitely one of the better programs there. And a young guy, Kevin Evans, over there, taking his alma mater over Groves. Groves is very athletic too.
Yeah, they've been tough. They've been in that top 10. I know. How do you say Colonel? I don't know how to say Gerald's last name, but he's 6'7". He blocks about 10 shots a game. Who is it? The Johnsons. They got Johnsons out there. That's a lot of points. So yeah, that's a really good team, and they're sitting at about 7-3, somewhere in that range. But that's a team that could peak at the right time, and they played Windsor Forest extremely close. I know they were down. I think they came back and made it a very close game, but that's a tough team. Savannah's got some sneaky good talent right now on the boys' side that can be very tough to deal with, and I think they match up with Region 1 in the first round of the state playoffs,
yes,
if I'm not mistaken. So right there, Region 1, that's not necessarily a juggernaut, super scary region. So that could be a matchup where you could potentially see that Savannah region maybe put in 3 teams into the Sweet 16.
Yeah, I mean that Region 3 down here, and going against Region 1 looks pretty interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch, see how these Savannah schools go. I got a question for you though. Like a 14 region that I'm in, okay? I'm still coaching high school basketball, but when you got Benedictine, New Hampshire, Jenkins, and Islands, okay? But, I mean, that's a dogfight every night, too, in that region. And Benedictine seems like the athletes now got the cleats off. They got their basketball shoes on. They might be a little sneaky also. Yeah, they have a couple nice wins this year. And like you said, a lot of these kids are going to be great athletes because most of them are coming off the football field. So once they're able to get their basketball legs under them and transition full-time into the hardwood, that could be a scary team, especially when you're in that super small region where pretty much everyone goes to state. When you only got 4 teams in that region or so, it makes things interesting. So if they can sneak away and grab a high seed, I know like Jenkins, you said, Islands, I know you're going to have them fired up and ready to play, Coach. Don't sleep on the Sharks now. Don't sleep on the Sharks. Well, we'll come in there and we'll try and take a bite out of you. We're going to play hard. I can guarantee you we're going to play hard. So but I mean, just like Groves, we've been hit with the COVID-19 contact tracing and kids having to sit out before it. I mean, it's just crazy that Kevin Evans over there at Groves, they've only played 10 games where some of these teams are already at 18 or 20 games. Yeah, it makes it very difficult just from the micro as far as that team goes and seeing where you're at when you've only had 15 practices instead of 25 practice, whatever the numbers are, you're not really at that spot you want to be. And for me, it gets difficult as far as rankings go because I only have 10 games to judge against. I've seen this team play 20 times, but this team's only had 10 results. So it's just differing levels. And, sometimes maybe that can benefit a team. You get all that stuff out of the way early and you don't have to worry about COVID at the end of the season. And you could peak at that right time and get all your guys going. And you really start to hit that momentum right before the region tournament. It could work out for you. But, yeah, that's the one thing you always have to keep in the back of your mind when you're looking at records and you're looking at how teams are playing. Do they have their full stack, their full deck of cards? Because COVID and other things here and there, that can really dictate how a team looks on paper. It's going to be interesting to see how that works out. Okay, so we talked about the boys, Windsor Forest, Groves. Johnson's going to be in the thick of things too. Benedictine, New Hampshire, Jenkins, they're always in the thick of things. On the girls' side, I'll tell you right now, even on the boys' side, I think the Bryan County boys are leading their region. The Bryan County girls, Coach Mitzi has done a great job over there. They're moving up in your rankings very quickly also. Yeah, I'm just looking at that Class A public. It's just been super
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Class A public, it can sometimes be a crapshoot each year. It's just, again, play your best basketball. You just have to be consistent, because I'm looking across Class A public, unless I'm missing something or someone's a younger player, there's not a lot of legit, I'm a D1 player. Like last year's team had Takia Davis from Calhoun County, was 6'2", had a triple-double in the state championship game. And when you can completely shut down 50% of the paint as far as blocking shots and everything like that, you're going to have a good chance to win a state title. There's not that one juggernaut superstar player in Class A public this year. So it is more so about the coaching and about the team and about the execution. And like you said, Coach Mincy does a really good job over there with Bryan County, and they're peaking at the right time. Now, that's still a tough region. They're still going to have to beat some good teams. But that is one where I say, I put out that top 10, but don't hold me to it. I'm just doing the best I can with the information I can try and gather. But that is going to be a very fun one, because I don't think there's necessarily a true top tier, team to beat. It's going to be wide open come tournament time.
And, I started out the show with Mr. 400, Jackie Hamilton, over at Calvary Day School, 32 years at the same school, 16 years as the girls' head coach. He coached 6 or 7 years with boys. So, he's got 32 years over there coaching. But, if you add it up, 23 years, 400 wins on a varsity level, that's pretty impressive. And Calvary Day School girls, they might not be tall, but I haven't seen a better shooting girls team than that team. They got a big matchup tonight with Country Day, which, you got to watch out there, buddy. Country Day is 14-2 or something.
Yeah, I see that record. This is the big, the measuring stick game for Country Day. Country Day, a measuring stick game for them. I've been waiting for this game just to see, okay, Calvary Day has really, been the team to beat. Calvary will lose one here and there every now and then. But, that great guard play usually gets the job done in high school basketball. But Abby Nicholson's really good inside. I know she's going to Lafayette, I believe, for volleyball. So this is a big game for them. And I was fortunate enough to have Calvary Day come to my event this year, a girls showcase, and play Elbert County, who's number 1 in Class 2A. And they lost that game. They fell into about a 15-0 hole early on, but they dug their way out and they kept it close and competitive. But Hannah Kale, when she wants to go, she can go. She shoots the ball extremely well. Michaela Primo has got some D3 schools that loved her at my event, and they're making a strong push to try and get her services. So I'm very appreciative of that. But those two guards right there, that's lightning and thunder. That's fire and ice. And one goes, Primo's just downhill super quick, creates everything, and Kale's just real smooth and under control and can just shimmy, shake her way to the basket and hit those threes. So that's going to be a great game. But Calvary Day, like you said, don't have a lot of size, but very well coached. They're used to being undersized, and they're used to winning 20-plus games every single season.
All right, and then let's go. We got to go to the 6A, which is the largest division in this area. On the girls' side, Brunswick, Statesboro, Bradwell. I mean, that's a dogfight. 117-0, the others 15-3, 12-4. Even Richmond Hill out of the conference is 11-8. That's a black and blue division right there.
Yeah, that region always puts together teams that have sparkling records. They all cannibalize each other. Once they get into region play, they beat each other up. But you take those teams and put them out of region and the non-region schedule, they're racking up a lot of wins. And Brunswick's a team I need to go see. I know a lot of those girls are going to be coming back next year. That's a team I might need to come knocking on their door to say, hey, come to my girls' event next year. But they're really tough. They hammered Statesboro by 30 points. Bradwell just beat Statesboro boys and girls last night, I believe I saw. So some interesting things. But Brunswick, what stands out to me from what I've seen, at least on film a little bit and just through their stats, is they have a lot of size. They're big. They're physical. They can beat you up down low. They have quality athletes. Just good enough guard play to get better and better and better as the season goes on. So Brunswick is a scary team. And once you talk about 6A, that's one of the toughest regions, conferences, whatever classifications in the state. You got River Ridge, you got Buford, you got Kell, you got Sprayberry, you got Lovejoy, you got so many juggernaut teams. And if a team from the south like Brunswick is able to really rise up and get a couple wins come state tournament time and force their way into the Final Four, that's going to have to reshape the way I think about that classification, because that would be extremely impressive.
All right, last question. We 3 weeks left in the season?
Yeah, about so.
About 3 weeks. All right, look into that Sandy Spiels crystal ball. What do you got?
Oh, boy.
Hey, I like that jacket. Got your logo on there, everything.
Oh, yeah, come on. Thank you.
How do I get me one?
Yeah, I need to get you. I just ordered some Sandy Spiel T-shirts. Let me know your size. I need to send you down one.
I'm the big guy. I'm in a food establishment, so you can say 2X.
Oh, okay. I'll make that happen. God,
I'll get you a coach's corner one since you never.
Yes.
What size do you need?
I've been losing some weight, but I think I've gained some back since basketball season. I fluctuate a large and an XL. Whatever you got's fine.
Okay. So go ahead.
Looking into my crystal ball. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna call my shot right now just because I felt like it. I feel like I'm gonna say Windsor Forest wins state title this year. I'm gonna go with that. I said at the beginning of the season, I feel like Windsor Forest is this year's Cross Creek. I think Cross Creek is still dangerous. I think Sandy Creek has a ton of talent, and then there's some other teams that are sprinkled in here and there that can get hot. A Salem or Thompson's a pretty good team with a lot of guard play. But from top to bottom, with the experience, with the explosiveness, with the size, with the guard play, I do think if I had to mark, my words right now, obviously it changes with how the region playoffs shape up and the state tournament bracket. But I do think if I just had to go, who are you placing your bet on? Regardless of whatever, I think Windsor Forest is a team I would put to win the state title right now.
Wow. Hey, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. Hey, it's number one for a reason. I have to do it. I just think they have the pieces, and I think this could be the year. They got that experience and that explosive senior leadership. So why not the Knights?
I'm the coach on the bench, and you just trained a half-court shot there, buddy.
Thank you.
Hey, Kyle, you do a great job. I love talking to you. I love following your stuff every day, every time you get it up there. Remember, every Sunday you can see the updated boys' top 10. Every Monday you get the girls' top 10. Go to sandyspiels.com. Spell it for them.
SANDYSSPIEL.com. I had to think about it for a second there. SandySpiel.com. That's right.
I mess it up all the time. That's why I want you to spell it.
That's right.
Hey, keep it up, and I'll let you know what's going on there with Calvary girls and the Country Day girls tonight. But great job. Enjoy what you're doing. Keep it up. Great work. You're the guru of high. Hey, one question. Do you follow the Georgia Giza Leagues? Do you follow that?
I see it come across my time. I'm not super in depth with it. I know of a couple teams. I've heard of some schools here and there. What you got for me? St.
Andrew's School is, in AAA. They're ranked 3, but that team, Mel Abrams over there, that little school out there on the Marsh on Wellington Island, he's got a pretty good squad there.
What about Robert Toombs? Is that anywhere in that area? Where is it? That's down south.
Robert Toombs is about 2 hours out. They're all the way out there in I want to say by Swainsboro. They're out there. They're out there in the country.
Yeah. Okay, I've heard of them, but yeah, I saw they've been picking up some wins. So yeah, we need to get some G's onto the sandyspiel.com. You're putting some pressure. I'm getting hot under the collar. That means doubling up my workload, Coach. Come on.
You're the guru of high school basketball here.
I know. I need to. If it's not me, who's going to do it? I need to do it. I know.
Like I coined, may he rest in peace, Tommy Palmer was the voice of high school football. And now good old John Nelson from Georgia Public Broadcasting System. He is the voice of high school football. But you got the basketball covered, and keep on putting on that full court press. We love what you do.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach. I appreciate you having me, sir.
And when you get a chance, text me your address. I got to send you that T-shirt.
I'm just going to meet you down in Savannah. I'm going to grab it from your hands. I owe you a trip to Savannah. I was just talking about it with my beautiful girlfriend not too long ago. I said, I need to get down to Savannah. I miss it there. I need to go on those haunted ghost tours and, of course, see Karl DeMasi and, of course, I got to get down there.
Hey, how do you like that East Coast Hockey League coming to Savannah? The Savannah Ghost Pirates.
I did hear about that. Where's that going to be played? Is that going to be right in the heart of the city or right on the outskirts? Where's that at?
It's in the brand new End Market Arena. They're building a brand new civic center. It's called the End Market Arena. It's about 5 minutes. Have you ever been to the old civic center?
I think I have been.
It's like 5 minutes from there, right down the block.
Okay, beautiful.
So it's close, right? It's close, right to downtown. It's beautiful. It really is.
Perfect. So, I love it.
Now if we get a high school basketball game in there, and we get some college teams to come down there, I know you'll definitely come down for that.
That's right.
All right, Kyle, be safe. Enjoy what you're doing, and look forward to more info about high school basketball.
Thanks, Coach. Be well.
You too. It's always having a lot of fun having Kyle Sandy on here. The guy knows his stuff. Remember, sandyspiels.com. Let me see if I get this right. SANDYSSPIEL.com. You got to get to it. You want to find anything about power rankings, the top players in the state, where they're going to go. This guy covers it all, and I can put a little pressure on him now. Now he's got to get into the Georgia Independent School Association, Giza. So we'll see what happens with that. But once again, thank you, Kyle. You do a great job. I love the young guys that really love what they do, and he loves what he do. It's a job, but not for him. I bet you he sleeps, eats, and drinks basketball. I hope his girlfriend understands that. Okay? So once again, we'll be right back. Close it out. Remember, 3 steps out the door, which is not 3 steps out the door anymore. It's 3 videos out the door that I get off of social media. I've got 4 this week. I added 1. So really, it's 3 from the internet and 1 from my video vault with the ball coach, Danny Britt. Stay tuned. 3 minutes. We'll be back talking more sports, all local, all sports, all the time. From the center of the sports universe, Coach's Corner. 3 minutes to wrap it up.
All time, that's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, it comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. So come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Kabish. If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are
Wellington
New York.
Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room, if you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive, and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
You got to love it. You got to love it. It's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report every Saturday morning live from the center of the sports universe. From the center of the universe, as they tell me on Rubbin' and Grubbin'. That's, of course, Coach's Corner. It's been a lot of fun. Got to thank the guest, of course, Jackie Hamilton, Calvary Day School, alumni, basketball coach, Mr. 400, won his 400th win this week. I got to thank him a lot. And, of course, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic athlete, Southern Britt. Yes, Danny Britt, Stephanie Britt, Sailor Britt, DeMarcus Dobbs, the family. Great job. This young lady's going to go far. She's into journalism. She's into sports journalism. Like I said, I'm going to look into my crystal ball, and hopefully she'll wind up on there on ESPN Sports Center as a sports anchor. And then it would be a dream to see her do that. And then, of course, Kyle Sandy from sandyspiels.com. It's the biggest site on high school basketball here in Georgia. Check it out. Kyle Sandy does a great job. SandySpiels.com. You got to check it out. And, of course, it's just a lot of fun doing this. Lawrence Bennett for keeping me on track, the man that's the producer of Rubbin' and Grubbin'. That's right. Like I said, Coach's Corner Sports Network has 5 shows. All right. So I take 3 steps in the door. I talk high school sports, college sports, pro sports in the area. Well, I take 3 steps out the door, but now it's 3 videos out the door. You know, I'm an internet junkie. And when I see something special on the internet, whether it's on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, or on other channels, PGA Tour, the Hawks website, I got to do this. So not 3 today, but 4, because I want to announce something special that we'll be doing here from Coach's Corner every month now. So first of all, I mean, you got to love the Atlanta Hawks. You got to love Trae Young. I'm a basketball coach. I've been coaching basketball, the only sport that I've coached for, continuously every year. It's 40 years now. And what Trae Young did the other night against the Wolves, the Timberwolves, was unbelievable. It's special. Watch this.
Games against Minnesota. He's going to go to 7-1 against the Wolves here.
Did you see him dribble the leg through that guy's, the ball through that guy's legs? Watch it again. Here you go. This is special. You got to love it. Unbelievable. You know, they show 4 or 5 different angles of him doing this. Is that special or not? Watch. I mean, Trae Young, Atlanta Hawks. I'm glad they traded their first-round pick to get him. The kid is special. The kid's electrifying. The Hawks are on a 3-game winning streak. I can watch the Hawks every night now, even though I am a Knicks fan. So, once again, that was Trae Young. And I got to thank Bally Sports. It's not my video. Bally Sports video for putting that out there so we can watch Trae Young dribble the ball through someone's leg and then score on a layup. Next up, he's a local kid, and he's coming back. That's right. Nolan Smith announced Monday he's coming back to UGA for his senior year. He's not going to the NFL draft. I got to thank Stadium.com for giving this little highlight of Mr. Smith coming back to UGA. Nolan Smith, Savannah man, started out at Calvary, went to IMG, starter for the national championship, Georgia Bulldogs.
The Georgia Bulldogs' top pass rusher, Nolan Smith, announced on Monday that he plans to return for his senior season. Smith joins safety Christopher Smith and cornerback Keely Ringo as just the 3rd starter from the Bulldogs' defense to announce their return to Athens. As the number 2 player in the class of 2019, Smith entered college with high expectations. Earning a starting spot this past season, his junior year, Smith recorded 55 tackles, 3.5 sacks, and an interception. He'll be one of the major leaders for the Bulldogs defense next year after losing a handful of players to the NFL and the transfer portal. Today's the final day for underclassmen to declare for the NFL draft, after which they have 72 hours to pull their name out of the draft and return to college.
Special. Nolan Smith returning to keep those dogs on track to win another national championship. Local boy out of the west side of Savannah, Georgia. All right, this next guy is another local boy. Local boy is a man now. I've been following him since 2001. Graduated from Savannah Christian in 2005. Went to UGA, played golf. Graduated there in 2009. Turned professional in 2009. Has won some big tournaments on the PGA Tour. And the first round Thursday of the American Express Open in La Quinta, California. Watch what he does out of the bunker. Of course, I'm talking about Savannah Christian alum, Brian Harmon.
At 9 over at the Nicholas course. This is his final hole. How about that?
Boom!
That
in the hole.
One of the worst iron shots we've seen all day, and then he makes that bunker shot.
Pretty darn good round, too. What a way to finish it off.
Yeah, I was following that, and I didn't follow it live. I followed it on the ticket from the PGA Tour. That's from the PGA Tour. Like I said, Nolan Smith from Stadium.com, Trae Young from Bally Sports. So just special, Brian Harmon. Right now, like I said at the beginning of the show, he's tied for 47th. He's 8 under. He's tied for 47th. He's 7 strokes off the lead at the American Express Open at La Quinta, California. But what a bunker shot on the first round to finish out his round, to put it in the hole. I love Brian Harmon. I've been following that kid forever. Okay? So last up, usually it's 3 videos out the door. I got a 4th one. Last Sunday here at Coach's Corner, we had the Benedictine Championship watch party. They're raising money so they can get the kids championship rings. That's my marriage ring on my wedding band. Okay, so they did something special. But before it even started, in conjunction with Coach's Corner and the Prep Sports Report, we will be honoring the Coach of the Month, the Coach's Corner Coach of the Month. And no other better way than to start it off with Danny Britt. State championship, his third one since he took over the BC program back in December. Well, we honored him before the get-together last Sunday here in the Sound Garden. And I got to thank my man Lawrence Bennett for producing this short segment. But it's an honor and a privilege to start off our Coach's Corner Coach of the Month with no other than Benedictine head football coach Danny Britt. Hey, sports fans, it's the coach Karl DeMasi, and we're doing something special. I honor the athletes every week. Well, with the approval of Mr. John Henderson in Coach's Corner, we'll be giving out a Coach's Corner Coach of the Month every month from here on out. And the first one to receive it, none other than my good friend here, Coach Danny Britt. He's the Coach's Corner Coach of the Month for January 2022 for what he's done with the football program over there at Benedictine. It's always a pleasure to show you deserve it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
And he's the first, Danny Britt. You got to love it, people. He makes me look good.
Very good. I thought you were just coming.
I mean, what a way to end the show with that little segment there. Coach Danny Britt. So it's been a great show. Got to thank everybody for coming on. Got to thank Coach's Corner once again for sponsoring another award here, the Coach's Corner Coach of the Month. If you have a coach you want to nominate, Mr. 400, okay, he could be the Coach of the Month for February. Okay, it'll be something special to have him on here. Just call DeMasi Sports Report. Go to K DeMasi Sports Report on Twitter. Here's my cell number. Text me, 912-507-9158. Email me at karldemasi@gmail.com. Email me at kdemasi@prepsportsreport.com. I'm all over the place. I want to honor the coaches as well as the athletes. Appreciate it. Just what's going to happen here at Coach's Corner in the next couple of weeks. Don't forget, NFL playoffs are in full swing. It's a tradition here. We have the Superfest. That's right, the Superfest here at Coach's Corner. Super Bowl Superfest, February 11th and 12th, and Sunday. I think, let me check my calendar here. Hold on, people. I want to make sure I get my dates right. Let's go to February. So I am right. February 11th and 12th. On Friday, February 11th, we'll have Thomas Claxton and the Myth, and he'll have a special guest, Dropkick Turbo. Got to read my own handwriting. Dropkick Turbo. So you'll have Thomas Claxton and the Myth and Dropkick Turbo Friday night, the 11th. On Saturday, the 12th, Super Bowl. Back in Black. AC/DC tribute fan on Saturday night, the 12th. Now on Sunday, they're doing something special. They're going to have Jason Ross and friends honoring one of our local Bucky. I don't know if Bucky. I'm forgetting the names now, but Bucky is one of the guys. The duo. One of them passed away. I don't know if it was Bucky or his counterpart, Bucky and Ross. Lawrence, if you're listening, you can help me out. Okay, but they're going to be doing a tribute to them before the Super Bowl. Okay, 2 o'clock till 6 o'clock. Jason Ross and friends. Sunday, 2 o'clock to pregame at Coach's Corner on Super Bowl Sunday, which is February 13th. Special note just came across the ticker. Michael Carter, Benedictine alum, Savannah boy, Georgia Tech student, also races on the Mazda MX-5 Cup Miata Series. Okay, this Thursday and Friday, they'll be kicking it off, the Mazda MX-5 Cup season at Daytona. Mikey Carter racing at Daytona in the Miata Mazda MX-5 Cup. You got to love it. Like I say every week, it's time to get out of here. Whatever you may be doing today or tomorrow, always hit it at the park. Until I talk to you next week, may it be your best week ever. You got to love it. God bless. Be safe. Mask up. Wash your hands still, maybe. And we'll be able to go good for go. Thanks for tuning in, whether it was for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it was. I really do appreciate it. From the center of the sports universe, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report on the Coach's Corner Sports Network.